Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mary Moo, and this is the Mary Moo Show. I don't know if you know, but I'm here every single Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Yes. And today, I'm really excited about this show. I really am excited about what we're going to be talking about, especially when I can inject some personal experiences or some, just be honest and just, share what I'm going through and how I kind of moved through that. So, as always, I'm looking forward to our conversation today, looking forward to the great music, and I hope you're feeling good wherever you are. So we've got some great music coming up. We have the new one from Corinne Hawthorne that I haven't played yet, and it's been out for 2 weeks. I don't know why I haven't played that yet. So we're going to play that and have a listen to that. We've got 2 tracks from Forrest Frank and his new one as well. So Forrest Frank coming up as well. Also, Anatolia. I like to play her music on this show. We've got her coming up. We've got others. We've got a repeat of a new one. I'll leave that till we actually announce that. And some great classics in there as well. It's going to be good, so stick around. So let's kick things off like I like us to always do, with some great music. So let's start with, this one's a great one. A great one by Halvey. When Halvey gets in the mix, it's all good. So this is Triple E featuring Halvey with Standby. It's a great one. And we also have Forrest Frank featuring Halvey again. So we've got 2 Forrest Franks and 2 Halveys in the mix. So it's going to be really good. So Forrest Frank and Halvey are going to be coming together for No Longer Bound. And I know you probably know this one. This one is a track and a half. I love it. And then we'll sort of conclude our trio like we like to do with Warren Christian. No, God, that's a new one. It's a new one. A new one with the Gospel Hydration mix. So let's run through that again in case you forgot. We have Triple E featuring Halvey, Standby, and then we are going to go straight to Forrest Frank featuring Halvey again with No Longer Bound, and then the new one from Warren Christian and Gospel Hydration with No God. This is Triple E featuring Halvey, Standby.
Stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to. Hey now, stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to.
Holy Father, keep my head up, bottled water. I've been drowning in disorder. I need you to slow the slaughter. Am I trusting while I'm climbing? Kinda sorta. But you got good news for me, send me more reporters. Gotta keep. When my head is down, I can't see. Forward vision pixelated when I needed HD. Selling never gave me to the princess port like Haiti. I believe the Rocky seas, but they give way to safety. Save me from wandering through deserts. I've been grumbling and angry. Can't breathe. I got way more on my plate than I can take. Us eating me up. And I know you got new mercies for me daily. Gotta re-up. And it's time to tell the enemy to stand down. When they ask who got it, put my head down. Tell me what I need with worry. When my help come in a hurry. Why be scared of them when you can make them scurry? I wake up early just to
stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to. Hey now, stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to.
If a mind is broken, I be honest, I go supersonic. If they promise all the peace, I'm trying to grab it, I can find it. I go rally like I'm Brownie honest, can't nobody block it. I've been climbing in this current climate, trying to find a racket. Bank deposits, mixing gin and tonic, filling up my pocket. If they got it, I promise I tried it. That's why I can knock it. Hit the mall or the supermarket, asking do they stack it. I just need a piece of power, where the saggy. As of late, I just long for a Sabbath day. Feel like I'm stuck in Saturday. It's dark in my tone, want a rebirth. Can't wait till like March at the bone. Why would I keep searching for what he already gave me? Crying out when he already saved me. Lately, I've been telling me, why pick bondage when you free? I ain't saying say la vie, he got everything I need. But a relief just to
stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to. Hey now, stand by, he can lift your burdens when your hands tied. Step outside, close your eyes, let him shade you. I feel alive when I hide, cause I'm made to. It go oh,
it's what the shade feel like.
it go oh,
can take rest, cause the living God is living in my chest. Every day I wake up feeling blessed, and even if I don't, I see it as a test. Cause I was lost until you found me. Now I know you're all around me. Nothing I could ever do can separate my love from you. You came to set us free. You came to set us free. I am no longer bound. Oh, you came to set us free. You came to set us free. I am no longer bound.
Yeah, say I'm so thankful you ain't drive me in that pit. Hey, nah. Saw my soul inside that famine, said that's it. Grace now. You never flake in the cold winter. I just came to borrow with the gold winners. Fast forward, turn to a road runner. Spirit caught me here, go get it. Shed blood, gave me lemonade on this cold bennett. Pick me up. Always Timmy Turner, always chasing after Vicky. Took me to his fountain and gave me peace and chose to cleanse me up. Now I'm testifying of your greatness. This a different look. Go, life been hitting hard, let's take it slow. Take a walk by the river and let you flow. Cause Lord, you are all I ever want. You're all I ever want. Cause I was lost until you found me. Now I know you're all around me. Nothing I could ever do to separate my love from you.
Yo, I'm free from the tyranny of everybody's mind. I got the upgrade, performing a design. How you talking freedom? There's another person thinking that you hide behind. I keep the clear eyes like Ben Stein. You know we ran time from God like we used to rent tapes and chase them dead presidents. I seen Lorenz Tate. I'm not trying to escape, cause pain is a ministry. My skeletons come out without x-ray imagery. Gotta turn to God if you hear me. Some people falling deeper in the hole, watching YouTube for therapy. Love of God is native to your soul like a Cherokee, but only him alone, you can't share a key. Outside seems so much sweeter than it ever did. Carry my own issues and be careful why I surrogate. People try to sandwich you with thoughts, this ain't Panera bread. I know where I belong, got the Father in my heritage. Yeah, I know, something like this. I know God, I know peace. We know God, there's no peace. I know God, I know peace. We know God, there's no peace. I know God, I know peace. We know God, there's no peace. I know God, I know peace. We know God, there's no peace. I know God, I know peace. We know God, there's no peace. It's Anxiety King. I grew up on the ball fields. Pops told me know the pitch and focus on your swing. I was shaky in the box and my hands were the nerves, but I could say at 33, boy, I can handle a curve. Yeah, I learned from all the janitors, warehouse managers. Violence made my eyes feel like Tarantino cameras. Ain't worried about the cameras or the curtains. My heart is to see people clothed in Christ. Man, I don't even sell merch. From the dirt we rose, not my abilities. I home with God to heat your feelings only cause he covers the utilities. It's a thriller, my Manila ain't the Philippines. Always awake, but I still got a million dreams.
Big city, big dreams. You chase so many things, but what you're really looking for is peace that comes with a life with God.
Peace. We know God, with no peace.
See, that's a peace like you can't get from the rest of the world.
We know God, with no peace.
The promise and to deliver.
We know God,
there's a God whose word always fulfilled.
I know peace. We know
So I know him and
no peace. I know
that's peace.
I know peace. We know God, there's no peace.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Mary Moo Show. My name is Mary Moo. I hope you're feeling good wherever you are. I really do. And I hope you're going to enjoy our little show today as you chill from a long day at work. or just whatever you're doing this evening. I hope you really enjoy it. We've been listening to some great music, and we've got some more great tracks coming along in this show. We've been listening to Triple E featuring Hovey with Stand By. I like that one. I hope you loved it too. And then the Hovey Again, the Forrest Frank track, No Longer Bound, the one that we love, a good classic on here, and also Warren Christian's new track with Gospel Hydration, No God. Okay, so welcome everybody. If you're new here, or if you're listening wherever you are, it's going to have a good time, because we're all going to have a good time, because we are having a conversation about, a topic that I like to inject my personal stories or how I feel, what I've learned from, and I think that's best. That's what I like to do. But we like to have conversations around here. Sometimes I have guests on, sometimes I do interviews, sometimes we just chill and listen to music, and that's what we're going to do today. So what are we talking about today? I think that's what you want to know. Okay, today I'm talking about this resilience, and how to be resilient when actually things are tough and things aren't great and things aren't actually good at all. When things are literally, you're like, God, help me. Somebody deliver me out from this. And we're going to talk about people who we know, even in the scriptures, who said, actually, God, you know what? I think you need to just exit me out of this this planet because they can't take it anymore. Talking about Elijah and other people. There's lots of people in scriptures who've gone through such tough times, and being resilient doesn't seem realistic at all. In fact, it just seems like I'm tired of being resilient. And I'm talking about people who've done great things. So you wouldn't expect them to feel like they're drowning, or to feel like something isn't, that they can't cope, or you won't expect that. Like I just mentioned Elijah, and I know we laugh at him because he's a great character. He's a fantastic a man of God in the scriptures, but he's also such a funny character. How can you have a showdown, God versus gods, win, and you're running scared, hiding, and you just literally can't take it anymore? You're like, literally, God, exit me out, disappear me. But it does happen. It does happen to the people who've done incredible things or are doing incredible things. They go through a time when resilience doesn't seem realistic at all. Now, I was watching the Beckham documentary on Netflix. And I think I saw it, and I thought, is this Bend It Like Beckham, or just uploaded to Netflix? I've already seen it. And then, if you have Netflix, when the previews of things show, I'm like, oh, that isn't Bend It Like Beckham. That's not the movie. That's actually an interview with him. So the little clip that they had made me say, whoa, this is worth watching, because I like encouraging myself. I like kind of being inspired by people who've been through some tough times. And I don't want to, completely spoil it if you haven't watched it, or if you have got no interest in it, it doesn't matter. But in that, it really goes, that documentary on Netflix about Beckham, it really goes through his journey of what it takes to be one of the greatest sportsmen we have, arguably on this planet, one of. You look at somebody who from a young child didn't have much friends, was so focused on football, did great things, but then the lens or the microscope is on those challenging times when he was hated by the nation. And obviously I don't watch football at all. I don't really go out my way to watch football. I remember one time, actually, funny enough, that my friends and I decided to go to Barcelona for just like a nice sort of extended weekend holiday. So we went to Barcelona, and we just was, thought, let's go into the town and have a look what's on the La Rambla. Let's have a shopping trip or eat something. And we literally came up the stairs from the metro, and we didn't realise we positioned ourselves, the timing, the location. I think the team had won some sort of cup or something. All we see is thousands and thousands of people on the streets, a bus going past with all these players holding the cup, jubilating. And it was so fun. I remember taking pictures of it and putting it on Facebook, and our friends who were guys were like, how did you get there? How did you, I think it was like, we don't even know what's going on, but there's some cup that they're dangling in the air and everything. We just it was the funniest thing, because people thought we planned it. We was in this mob of people chanting, and we didn't even know what we was going, huh? What's this? So what is this all for? We didn't even know what they were. So as you can see, football is not my thing, but sport is. And I can understand players or sports people having to be resilient when the world is against you, when things don't seem right, when, like for David Beckham, for example, he literally, I think he had like I don't want to call it an altercation on a football pitch. I think he kicked a player by mistake or whatever he did, and for months on end the world hated him, like literally would be chanting things and putting an effigy of him up at, it was really bad. I was thinking, I think I remember being around when this, I don't, what's happened? Were they really that bad? It was so bad. And hearing it from their point of view, when everybody, the nation thinks what is the point of you even living? The nation hates you. Everybody hates you. For him to come back time and time and time again with that little something inside of him, pushing him on, is so inspiring to watch. It's so inspiring to watch. And I've watched the careers of people like Sir Mohammed Farah, and seeing how he, and it's so funny, and I say this not dropping names and that, but he actually went to my school, Mo Farah, and I remember, because I was in the sports team, I remember we used to have, waiting for them to finish their long running, and we used to be like, oh, for goodness sake, when is this going to end? Because we were sprinters, obviously, and it's so funny. It's so funny because he kept going. He had a lot of, if you've seen his documentary, you see a lot of things that he had to deal with, domestic abuse and being trafficked and all sorts of things, and come out of that, find strength in that to become one of the world's greatest. And I had a discussion with my team, my worship team. We're having a fantastic prayer session when we concluded worship and practice. And we was talking about this. I even asked for prayers about this, because sometimes when you are considered a strong person, when people see you genuinely with a smile on your face, or people see you genuinely with, just something they can rely on. Sometimes for some people, it's difficult to imagine that person in such a low point of their lives. I remember one time in my workplace, I was just so tired because I lived in West and I worked in East, and I had to get up really early in the morning, get the 6:15 train every morning from across London, and I had done, had a long busy day. And I remember it just took so much. There was so much going on in my life. I think everything just came to the max. I couldn't do it anymore. So I think I burst out crying at work. And I remember my friends looking at me, and she actually said this. She said, "Mary, because I've never seen you cry, I've never seen this. I actually don't know what to do." I'm thinking, what do you mean? Like, you guys are crying nearly every single day. Like, you encourage what to do. Oh, bless them. But they're so used to me, just coming into a room, lightening it up, being happy, being dependable. And when I actually, guys, help me, they just sort of stared and didn't know what to do. And so, like I was saying with my worship team, I said, look, guys, you need to help me in this moment. I need to be strengthened. I need, not just by myself now, I need a village behind me to strengthen me during this time, because I'm feeling I just don't feel myself. And actually, coincidentally, there's some bug coming on that I didn't even actually realise. But when you just feel like everything is a lot. But the fervent prayers, the effectual fervent prayers, really helped lift me up. And also, it was nice to have somebody, even in the church, who would never normally sometimes speak to me or anything, see, oh, actually, this is not right. And actually say, Mary, this is not you. And bother to call. Because, as I said, when you go through things sometimes, being resilient can seem not realistic. But there is an option. There is a way out. There is something you can do about it. And I'm going to talk about being a bit more specific on what we can do, and actually going through some people's lives in the scriptures and talking about what they did. And actually what I learned from even watching the Beckham documentary and things like that, what I learned. Let's be a bit more specific. Let's break it down a bit more and hopefully help everybody else out. So let's get to some more music and then we'll be straight back. Yeah, we'll be straight back. Okay, so Caleb Gordon, Yesterday's Gone. We're going to listen to that first. And then the repeat. This is the repeat track from last week that I think is only right to bring back is Noel with her track on Something Beautiful. So we're going to listen to that. Noel Neo with Something Beautiful. And then we will listen to the Forrest Frank new one, Amazing Grace. And then we will be right back. So this is Caleb Gordon with Yesterday's Gone. And then Something Beautiful. And then straight back to Forrest Frank's new track, Amazing Grace. And we'll be right back.
Arms entwined, breathing one breath. You and I will touch the sky before the sky is gone. Tomorrow is for wise men. The wisdom just like death, it dies like yesterday. And yesterday is gone.
Yesterday gone, don't think about the past. Didn't know who I was under the mask. It look greener when you look at that grass. Jealousy make you blind to what you have. I never trip, never fall. I get up quick, clever. No, we won't be here forever. Walking with God made my principle better. When I was in school, they said I couldn't focus. The teacher would look at me like I was hopeless. Graduated and my eyes open. Coach said that you had to be chosen. I believed till I looked at Moses. Then I went to read by David and Saul. It ain't about if you gonna be chosen. It's about if you gon' answer the call. I'm by the ball, John Wall. This life gon' tick, time bomb. Nobody know when he gon' pop out the clouds. Stay ready until the time come. I wanna hear, well done. Shall I fillet me young? You never too old, you never too young. Come follow the king, move some. Yesterday gone, don't think about the past. Didn't know who I was under the mask. It look greener when you look at that grass. Jealousy make you blind to what you have. I never trip, never fall. I get up quick, clever. No, we won't be here forever. Walking with God made my principle better. You turn me up in the wave. Enemy, he try to lead me astray. Thanking you when I don't know what to pray. Lying, why would I act like the prey? Free, why would I act like a slave? Diamonds, maybe it's cause of the chains. Live for you, even though I decay. I'm forgiven, so I threw out the shame. Oh, me gone, David, blame. Know that this life bring major pain. Tell me now, can you stand the rain? What you know about a Christian? It's a new edition. Listen, watch how I ball like a piston. Life is a gift, you better not miss it. Live it before it's a rap like Christmas. Yesterday gone, don't think about the past. Didn't know who I was under the mask. It look greener when you look at that grass. Jealousy make you blind to what you have. I never trip, never fall. I get up quick, clever. No, we won't be here forever. Walking with God made my principle better. It's a Nissan, not a Honda Civic. Walking with Christ, but I'm not religious. No, I don't gotta work for your forgiveness. We off of the hinges. Can't you see that we standing on business?
I can't describe this feeling. I don't know how I know it, but I know. I really can't explain it. But everything is changing, it's crazy, exciting, I feel it in my soul. Oh, you already know. Oh, feel it in my soul. Oh, I don't really know what it is that I'm feeling. I know I feel something beautiful. I know I feel something
see. I used to be down so bad, ready to throw my life away. Didn't know what I had, feeling locked up all night and day. Till you came around, picked me off the ground. Was lost but now I'm found. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that cigarettes like me. I once was lost but now I'm found. I was blind but now I see. Oh, I do not deserve it, I'm too far from worthy. You're the only one who ever could be perfect. Every day I fall short, but you still say I'm yours. What a beautiful night. You say you won't go despite all my biggest tears fill my eyes. Cause you came around, picked me off the ground. Was lost but now I'm found. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that cigarettes like me. I once was lost but now I'm found. I was blind but now I see. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that cigarettes like me.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mary Moo. This is the Mary Moo Show. If you've just joined us, I'm here every single Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Ruach Radio, and we like to upload to various channels like YouTube after it airs. So if you're just joining and you thought, oh, I missed the first half, don't you worry. Check us out in the other spaces like YouTube, and then you should be able to catch up on the show. So what have we been talking about today? Well, first of all, we've been listening to Caleb Gordon's new track, Yesterday's Gone. And then we did a repeat, the good repeat of the highlight track of last week, which is Something Beautiful by Noel Neo. And the new track from Forrest Frank, Amazing Grace. And, you know, it's a good segue into what we've been talking about, which is when resilience doesn't seem realistic, and what to do when you need to be resilient and the reality of life shows like, oh, how can we? So we're talking about that whole play on words. But Amazing Grace really is about that, about the grace of God, how God really saves us and helps us in these kind of conditions. And we're going to be a bit more specific on this segment now, because we're going to be talk a bit more specifically about what we can do, or what I felt happened to me or worked for me when I was feeling like, actually, this is too much. Because like I said, I'm that kind of person. When you tell someone, I actually don't know what to do, they just either stare at you, don't know what to do, laugh, or be like, I don't know what to do, because you normally just handle it all. I'm like, I can't handle it. And I was talking about the David Beckham Netflix documentary that I was watching. I stumbled upon it, and I'm so thrilled that I watched it. I actually really liked it because it was a kind of like it was like a throwback of growing up. I remember certain things like in college and uni, and I remember that time. Is that what was happening? And you know, it shed light to someone's life. You know, very high profile couple shed light to their life, and it was a great thing to watch. But I think from the end of that, what I took away from that was a lot of good inspiration. So I guess the first thing I would say specifically, when you were in this kind of state, when you feel like I need to be strengthened, I don't know what I'm doing, is to sometimes just hear other people talk. So stick on testimonies of people, stick on, you know, great shows like Better Together and like the Magnify Collective that's online, things like that are really encouraging of the spirit, but are purposefully reminding us of the God that we serve. And I took that from my brother, actually. I remember when we used to live in my parents' house before everyone flew from the nest. I remember he used to be in his room just listening to testimonies all night long and just messages all night long. And I asked him about it one day, and since that day, this was years ago, I've been doing the exact same thing. I asked him why, and he said because it encourages you. Sometimes you can't even bring yourself to pray sometimes, or you don't know what to pray, how to pray when you're feeling like that. But when you listen to faith-building stories and inspiration, it helps you to say, look, number one, come on, guys, let's not victimize ourselves. We're not the only ones here. There's people who've gone through things and they have come through it. They have actually come through it. So that's one practical thing, really listening to these great testimonies. And what I also do, and what I started to do, was save like messages and things, sermons and things that have really changed my life. You know, when you listen to a message from someone and you think, wow, that was excellent, that was brilliant, I save it because the next time I feel sort of low, whatever it is, I'll go back to that message, because that message, there was something in that message that really stirred my spirit up, that really was transformative. So, you know, if you don't already do it, you can start doing that, saving, you know, these sermons and things are online. I really encourage you to think, right, come on, let's get going. And another thing that I found is, from listening to that documentary, the David Beckham documentary, they said, how did you guys get through it? How did you guys get through people hating you, wanting you to be unalived? Not wanting you here, hated, literally hated. He went through such terrible times, relationship issues, issues with his coach. Just, I don't know how somebody can deal with being chanted at for months. Apparently he couldn't even walk down the streets without people spitting on him, and simply because football, you know, simply because he kind of reacted. Yes, we can say he shouldn't have done all that, but it doesn't warrant death threats. It doesn't warrant all these kind of things. In fact, they said that even when they had their child, he slept by the door because he was that scared that somebody would come and kidnap the child, because they were getting these honest threats and bullets through through fan mail and all sorts of dodgy stuff. And they asked them, so during this time, how did you get through it? They mostly said they didn't know, but a lot of what they said was they had each other. They seemed to have a very tight circle around them, which consists of each other, the couple, Victoria and David, but also their parents. And that kind of seemed to be it, because they were both individuals who didn't grow up with lots and lots of friends and things like that, but they made a community around them. They made that sort of safe haven around them with those type people. There was one scene where David flew to America to meet his wife that was, with the Spice Girls at that time, obviously. The Spice Girls there, they made him feel safe, because out there back in England, people were throwing stuff at them and, been really, 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 really bad. And so from that, what have I learned? What are we talking about now? Is that you must have a community, a village around you. If you don't have it with immediate friends, from your church community, who are there for to strengthen the body of Christ, strengthen us and help us, that collective that's around. Even Jesus, remember when Jesus was going to the cross, he asked his disciples, look, please, can you pray with me? And they kind of flopped on that bit, sleeping off and things like that. They couldn't even stay awake with him and pray. Even Jesus needed people. Even Jesus needed his disciples around him at that point in time. So that's having people around you to support you, but to also pray with you and encourage you, like I just explained what happened with me earlier. Because what that does is it shows you're not alone. And there's something somebody said to me that really, really made me think, this false humility. So you probably know what I'm talking about. This, I don't need anyone, don't worry about me, blah, blah, blah. And someone said to me, that's a form of pride, People are trying to help and are there, and you're there with your, I don't need it. I'm like, no, I don't want to bother anybody. He goes, no, but it's almost like a sense of false humility. Everybody needs someone. Come on. Even the scriptures, it talks about God looked at mankind and man can't be alone. God is about relationships. The whole reason I have God Love is about relationships. And I understand some people might feel, battered and bruised from the past and not knowing where to go or not having that person. That is true. But that's why we hope that there's a great church plant where you can feel secure in that. Or even if you have one other person you can entrust, that, the scripture says us to confess our sins one together, or to just come together with someone, whether 2 or 3 are gathered in his name. There is strength in that. And one of the shows I did some months back now was about the inner circle, was about how I lean on my inner circle when things really do become tough. And we support and pray each other through different things. It's very, very necessary to get an inner circle to really help you through these times, because the reality of it is, if you look at stats and figures that are coming out with people not happy with their lives and the negative steps that they take, from all the way from taking substance abuse of different things, addictions come in, and all sorts of things to people unaliving themselves, and I'm using those words intentionally. It's not worth it. It's worth getting rid of the ego and pride and just saying, I need help. Help me. Because there's so many things that can cause somebody who is supposed to be strong. You're the best in the field. You're the best. Do you know what? One of the things I learned is, and look at me talking football like I know. Like I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, there's this team called Real Madrid, who is the football team. In there, they had some really great players. And I remember one or two of them from, I think I remember my brother or somebody shouting about them years ago. But they were saying how, these are one of the greatest in the world, Ronaldo and people like that, and they're talking about how nervous they get and how they question themselves, and how the mind game that goes on. And you think, hang on a minute, you guys are the best in the world. Why are you feeling nervous and things like that? And why are you going through all these things? But they said that it's true. They're not exempt from it. Being the best or being the most reliable, that doesn't, mean that you're exempt from feeling the pressures of your industry, of what your work or your family life, whatever it is. It doesn't. It actually, in fact, it further implodes it, because there's an expectation. There's an expectation that you must be delivered. The expectation that when you lead worship, then power must come down. There's an expectation when you tell it to work, this spreadsheet needs to be done. There's an expectation that the presentation needs to be delivered. There's an expectation that everyone knows you lead, so you better lead. You better run faster. What have you produced? You're this. You said that you're the best at this. You could do this. Everyone knows you should be. There's expectation, and with that heavy expectation is great responsibility than any normal human being, because I've seen that even the greats go through this. How can I remain resilient when there's a lot of stuff going on, even with the mind? How can I remain resilient? And I looked at someone like David, who had gone to, come back from war, and all his family were taken away from him. This is in 1 Kings, right? 1 Kings. And that's when Elijah was terrified after the showdown. But David, the story about David, sorry, I'm confusing my scriptures. Don't mind me. So, David has gone off to war now, and so this is 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 6. So David had gone off to war. He'd come back on his family and that were kidnapped and stuff, and he was so distressed. 1 Samuel 36 says he was so greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because of their sons and daughters. So this is the same sort of thing that, it's funny that both David Beckham and David, I don't know David's the Bible surname, but David was feeling the exact same thing, where people wanted to stone him. They were like, because of you, we went to war. Now our children and our family are taken away from us. And he was so distressed because he felt the responsibility. He felt the responsibility of everything on his shoulders. I like how it pins it. He says that, David was greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because of his sons and daughters. Each one was bitter in spirit. They were just beyond it. They were like, David, we're unaliving you. David, we're unaliving you. We're going to stone him. Remember I said the parallels between the two Davids. And, this is what it's about. And David his solace was in God. He would always, that's why he wrote like the best Psalms, you know. He would confess, oh God, my life is in a state. He will run to God, but pen these beautifully crafted Psalms. And I like that even 1 Samuel 30 verse 6 ends, that sort of verse ends with, but David found strength in the Lord his God. David, in the scriptures, found strength in the Lord his God. He found strength from going to God and saying, God, you have to help me. And it was so cool because he actually strengthened himself in the Lord, got a prophetic that said to him, you know, this is what we need to do. But I like he took actions. Once he was strengthened, he was like, right. We're going to the priest. This is what we're going to have to do. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to fix it. And David inquired of the Lord, what shall I do? So he moved from being distressed. Being sort of, everyone wanted to stone him. So it must have been really, really bad, really, really depressed state. He moved from that position in his life to being like, right, I'm now strengthened in the Lord. I'm strengthened enough to say, right, I'm going to inquire from God. God, what shall I do? And then it's so brilliant. He hears from God and God tells him, look, overtake them. Go after them, overtake them, and you will succeed. How brilliant is that? So we're going to obviously have a music break. When we come back, we're going to talk about that side of things. Inquiring from God, knowing what to do about a situation. When you are so low, what you do next. And I'm going to talk about things. Again, I'm going to draw parallels between the two Davids. And we are going to talk about what each did and what we can do to kind of get ourselves back where we can overtake and succeed and become strengthened in the Lord God. So obviously, just rounding that up, for us as people of faith, we can strengthen ourselves in the Lord. Strengthen ourselves first, and then we can take action. We can have a clear mind to be like, okay, what's next? Okay, so let's go to some music and then we'll conclude the show. So this is Evan and Iris Be Alright, featuring Stephen Malcolm.
All I see is blessings, got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life, it's only lessons. They just making room for what I'm on now. I don't got a clue, but I know the one who does know how. Oh wow, it's like I'm learning the game with the maker I already know now. Destiny has my name, know it's coming, it'll never go. I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way. Yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way.
I can't say that life's been perfect or complain, cause life's been worth it. And all because of who he is working, only working out for my God. And no more living in that fear, no more tears and no. Oh, he's working me and molding me, who he wants me to be.
I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way. Yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way.
I can see the blessings, I can feel your presence, leaning on the change in my heart for your endeavors. I pray I'm your reflection, I fiend for your correction. The cross brought the connection, and through Jesus is perfection. Life done hit me crazy, been more stressed than ever. Living like whatever, through the rain I feel you drawing closer. Lord, make me better, take me, shape me, use me, I am yours. Take me, break me for the glory of the Lord. Okay, not only does he hold me when I'm down and feel I'm folding, he my coach when I'm the goalie, never lonely. Got that hope in he who holy. Keep that rugged cross all on me, need that spirit to control me. Seek that word to come and mold me, yeah. It's like I can feel the blessings coming my way. Yeah. It's like I can feel the blessings coming my way.
I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way, yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way, our way, our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Mary Moo Show. My name is Mary Moo, and I'm here every single Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. We have been listening to Evan and Iris Fitch and Stephen Malcolm, Be Alright. We have been talking about resilience and reality. And I've been drawing parallels from the David Beckham documentary that I watched and David in the scriptures. We concluded with that when he was so distressed. The very similar things when people around you want you out of this world, get out of the team, get out of the country, get out. And David in the scriptures, when they came back and all their sons and daughters had been kidnapped, his people who were supposed to be with him, were supposed to be with him, fight them, were like, we're that distraught, we're gonna stone you. Like, this is enough. This is frankly enough. We've stuck with you, but now, David, But I like that scripture that we looked at, 1 Samuel 30, verse 6 to 8, talks about how David was so distressed, so depressed about it, but he did something really cool. And we talked about some few practical things, but I'm going to end with this kind of one. But he inquired from the Lord. First of all, he got strengthened. So he strengthened himself, which is very essential to strengthen yourself so that you can just be normal. And when I say be normal, you pull yourself to a place where you think, right, okay, I can take the next step. You strengthen yourself. You strengthen yourself in the Lord. And I like the scripture where we're encouraged, Ephesians 6:10. And I really do want to, we can put it in context, but I really do want to take from it which it says, which is, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, because this life, we're going to need strength. There's that song, you are my strength, strength like no other. Strength like no other. We need that strength sometimes to cope in life. Not everybody, you can't just scale through everything. Everyone has moments in life which is going to test their resilience, test their faith, test all of that. But we're encouraged from this David in the scriptures to strengthen ourselves in the Lord, so at least we're stable. And then to inquire from God, what shall I do next? I like that because that's what essentially we need. Sometimes when you're in situations, you just don't know what to do. You just don't know what to do next. You're like, I don't know whether to hide or whether to just not get out of bed. I don't know what to do anymore. And some situations can be so confusing that it doesn't seem sometimes like there's a natural thing that can be done or what to do next, what to do. So asking that question, God, what should I do? Like, what should I do next? Is so great. I came across one clip on social media where a lady was saying how when you have vision from God, you could talk to God different, because you're like, God, I know what you're saying. I know what you've shown me. How do I get there? What do I do? So rather than going to God, just, even though we can, and saying, I don't know what to do, I can't take it anymore. Get all that out of the way. Be strengthened. But okay, God, now what do I do next? And I found when I did that recently, when I was in my place of this reality of life is like, how can I be resilient? This is the exact same steps that I followed. God, what do you want me to do about this situation? What do you want me to do next? And God simply reminded me to go back to my notes of where he had spoken to me already before. Like, I don't know if you do that, but I write down everything God's spoken to me prophetically, myself, or somebody else has told me that I agree with, I put it in there. And I saw what God had already said, but I was in such a down place that you just can't think, nothing, everything seems hazy. And I thought, okay, wow, God, I know what to do next. I know what to do. Just like David was able to be like, you know what? We're going to overtake these people. We're going to get our sons and kids back. and we are going to win. And obviously, for those of you who don't know the story, spoiler alert, he does. And something about even looking at David Beckham documentary, I saw that when things were the worst of the worst, that I thought I would have been like, I've had enough of this. Guys, it's just football at the end of the day. It's not that deep. I would have quit. I would have tossed my boots back to them. It's talking about tossing boots. There was one thing in there where the manager got so angry, his boot like flicked in his head, and also I'd have been like, right, you take all your boots. It's not that deep. It's fine. Thank you. Bye. I don't need that drama in my life. But I saw time and time again how he kept it. There was even one stage, and look at me spoiling it for everybody, but there was one thing in there where he was told, you still have to train, but you're not playing for this team. So they said that he still arrived early. He was still training. He wasn't allowed to even train with the team, to the fact that the team were like, do you know what? He has to train with us. Like, he has to train. They begged the coach, he must train with us. Because there he was on film just training by himself because he wasn't allowed. And he still stood there with everything that's against him. Talking about Beckham, by the way. Scriptural David wasn't playing for this match. But anyway, you know what I mean. They drafted him back in and he was able to play, into the fact that they wanted him to stay. And even after several knockbacks, right now, I didn't even know that pink team in America. It was, the genius of this guy, where, he's creating a buzz around in football for America. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that would happen? And the best person you can have spearheading that is David Beckham. Like, no other person could be the best person to do that. It's great, isn't it? And I think that's where I want to kind of close. But I want to go into this. There is something you can do, which I call the right form of affirmations. Because in this world where there's all this stuff going on with manifestations and things that are not correct, and I like, if you ever listen to the Magnify Collective online, they have a thing on manifestation, and so did we on this show. We also did a show manifestation, and it was very conclusive with what I agreed with what they were saying. Where it's like, in this world today, in this first world, manifestation seems to be about the self, the person, manifesting riches, and that. It's never been like, they're manifesting in getting away COVID and world poverty and sex trafficking and human trafficking. No, none of that. But it only works when it's got to be something to do with self and riches and things like that, which is just so shallow. Because what we are meant to be praying about is, how can these things that we do touch people's lives, affect things, and give God glory at the end of the day. So where am I going with this? Positive affirmations, the right way it's supposed to be, where you take the scriptures of God and you strengthen yourself with the scriptures. So if you don't hear from God, or you're saying, if you don't know how to, what it is, in the scriptures, the Logos is still powerful enough for you to take that and be like, God, this is what your word says about me. And I'm going to believe that, and I'm going to say that over everything, and I'm going to repeat it, and I'm going to believe it. And your miracle, the miracle in your words, is going to have an effect on me. Hence how we pray for people when they need healing. We say, this is not right. And we decree and declare that this is going to change. And we can do the same thing with ourselves, rather than coming to the mirror and saying, who is the fairest of them all, and I'm going to be the best this. And no, we say, no, God, this is what your word says about me. My life, before you formed, I was formed in my mother's womb. You knew me. You made me for a great purpose. I am going to make a difference. And if God's spoken to you prophetically about things, you can, it says in the scriptures how we're meant to use those. When we feel low, that's when we battle with our prophecies. When we feel like people are saying things, or it doesn't look like it's going to, we take those and we war with it. We say, no, God, this is what your word says about me. This is what your word says, what you've said. I am going to make it. I am going to be able to do this. You take those prophecies, and Paul encourages something. You take them and you war with these things, because it does bring power. These are God's word breathed. It's more than just affirmations and this and that. Let's strengthen ourselves in God's word. And going back to that Ephesians 6 verse 10, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. I found that's the best place where I get real deep strength and real deep vision and real deep, like, God, I'm so thankful that I'm in this place. I'm so thankful that I've gone through this. That is resilience, to keep going, to keep going. Don't give up on the race. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And you'll see how the resilience comes. It just comes when you strengthen yourself in the Lord in this kind of way. And like I said, what I've learned from those various documentaries, that we're going to keep going. When the world says you need to stop, you're going to be like, now let me show you how, why God put me here. I'm supposed to be where I am. So that's it for today. And I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the collective of music. We're going to be back next week for another show, as usual. And I just really want to encourage anybody who is going through a low place, or feeling challenged in any ways, don't know who to turn to. Try and do what we talked about. Strengthen yourself in the Lord and keep going. Keep going. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep going. Okay, so we're going to end with the new one from Corinne Hawthorne. Like I said, it's Look at God, and it's the best track to end with. I will see you next week. This is Corinne Hawthorne with Look at God.
Sitting here count my blessings. Ain't no need for stressing in my life. My enemies, they might form weapons. Yeah, but I know I'm protected by the blood, protected by the love of God. Grace and mercy, all his favor keeps taking me higher, just like skyscrapers. And every time I turn around, you keep blessing me, yeah, yeah. Look at God, he's making a way. Look at God, every day, yeah. Look at God, I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. Look at God, oh, look at God, and I am always reminded. Look at God, you are always behind it. Look at God, I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. Look at God, I'm not confused, I know what he's done. Check the reviews, count every battle he's won. He don't gotta double back, got it right the first time. He blows my mind, he's done it again, yeah. Grace and mercy, all his favor, taking me higher, just like skyscrapers. And every time I turn around, you keep blessing me, yeah, yeah. Look at God, he's making a way. Look at God, every day, yeah. Look at God, I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. Look at God, oh, look at God, and I am always reminded. Look at God, you are always behind it. Look at God, I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. Look at God, my blessings are both sinking, net breaking, mind blowing, earth shaking. Blessings are both sinking, net breaking, mind blowing, earth shaking. Look at God, he's making a way. Look at God, every day, yeah. Look at God, I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. You will go. Look at God, and I am always reminded. You are always behind it. I can't take no credit, he's the one who did it. Look at God, grace and mercy, all his favor keeps taking